Hey, welcome back to the Montana Garage. We are down to it, boys and girls. 8 days. I got 8 freaking days left until Big Sky Race Week. I've made a lot of progress, but I still got stuff to do. And I don't know how in my delusional little brain, I thought when I was finishing up the car last year at this time that I was scrambling to try to get ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week. And I was like, oh, I got 14 days left. I can still do it. I was nowhere close. I had a done car when I started this list, basically, and I'm still scrambling to get there on time. Right now, I'm getting ready to cut my windshield out of this thing. Probably a terrible idea because I'm not going to be able to get the new one in, and then I'm not going racing because I won't have any glass. But wish me luck. We'll see what happens. All right, here's the list. I don't know. I haven't looked at it for a while. Right here, I know we got 8 days left, so that's not good. Hold on while I find the pen. Most of the stuff is either checked off or not checked off, and I just didn't check it off yet. But I'm going to tell you that where I'm at is... well, let's see. We aren't getting any exterior trim. We aren't doing that. I just saw that and got distracted. Where I'm at is windshield and basically trailer. I got to get a trailer. I put the hitch on last weekend. I got an idea. I got a trailer I think I'm going to buy, but I still got to get the trailer and then do some mods to it so I can put the tires on. I got to drag my Chevelle out of the other garage, steal the tires and wheels. Anyways, the last big thing though is trailer and windshield. I was trying to find a guy to help me with this, and then it just didn't work out. And then I was trying to decide, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? Because what I'm afraid of, I'm going to be honest with you, is I'm going to cut this out of here and then I'm going to struggle. Sometimes I struggle, right, with stuff all the time. And I'm not going to be able to get it back in. And then I'm going to be screwed and I'm not going to be able to go racing because I don't have a windshield. I don't know. I'm going to risk it. It's just... the side glass looks so nice with the new green glass, and you know, the windshield's whatever, I can see through it, but it's all speckled and scraped from the wipers, and it would would be so nice to have a windshield in there. And so I'm going to try to do the windshield and the back glass way in the back there. And yeah, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. So stay tuned for some struggling. My helper is going to be my lovely wife, Tanya, and she does not want to be a big time YouTube star like me. So there will be some creative editing so that, yeah, you'll see some stuff, you won't see some stuff, and I will explain the struggles if you don't get to see them. So I'm going to get me a utility knife. I got plenty of those around here from work somewhere. If I can just, it's like my light. I have 6 of them, but I probably can't find it right now. So I'm going to let you guys get back to, you guys grab a snack. I'll find a knife. We're going to cut this damn glass out of here. All right, I guess first I'm going to dig through look at my pile of cardboard here. How many trees had to die for me to build this car? It's a shame, but you know, they went for a good cause, right? Anyhow, right here is my glass, and my little research has told me that if you get the rubber seals warm, they're easier to deal with. So I got rubber new seals for front and rear. Somehow, hopefully I can tell which one is which. I don't know by looking. And I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna put them both out in the sun. 55 Chevy 44 gasket CR, which I think was for chrome. Chevrolet 2-door 4 rear. All right, so there's what you call a clue. This is the rear window seal. I probably could have figured that out, but now I know. So I'm gonna, I think I'll go ahead and open these up. I'm just gonna toss them out there in the sun somewhere so they can start cooking. All right, so I've already got all the trim off. Most of it's been off forever. I had these garnish moldings on. I just took them off last night when I was looking at this. And then all the trim is off the outside except for the upper piece that stays on the windshield seal, I guess. So my research tells me now, means I'm not worried about reusing this seal. You just cut the lip here somehow and the windshield pops out the front. So that's what we're doing. Slice and dice. Oh, this was probably a bad idea. This seal doesn't feel, I mean, it's definitely not soft and rubbery like a brand new one, but it doesn't feel too bad. The back one feels like a rock. I don't know if there's a certain spot I'm supposed to be cutting this in, but I guess just when it's cut in half, the lip's back here and the windshield's out there, so it should come out, right? Oh, I forgot to say, of course, I ain't never done this before. You probably already figured that out. Oh, shoot. Who put that mirror up there? That held up by one screw, so we can get rid of that. No problem. Do anything left-handed. That screw's a little big for the hole, I think. There we go. All right, you go back there in the part stash. In the tool cache. Where am I at here? I asked my buddy that's done this before to wish me luck. He's been trying to give me tips on what I need and stuff. And I said, wish me luck. And he said, God bless. And I was like, that sounds kind of ominous, you know? Like, you don't think it's like, I need all the help I can get if you got God involved. He's probably right. So I don't know if I need to pull this piece back off here, but might as well, right? And then I can see the lip and know that I cut it far enough. Let's see. I missed a little bit up here. I need to be a little out of the side of that lip there. Hello. Fries are done. Ooh, windshield just kind of moved a little bit. I'm sure you probably want to like use some tape on your nice painted dash and stuff if you're worried about all that kind of stuff. Mine's painted. I wouldn't say it's nice and painted, so I'm just going for it. And of course the outside, well, ain't a lot of paint out there. She's a wiggler. Let's see, we got a little more rubber seal here holding this part in. So yeah, if you're gonna do this, cut a little out further towards the glass. You gotta be outside of this little pinch weld or whatever it is that it holds on to. Ooh. Free over here. Look at there. How heavy is this thing? Probably a two-man operation, huh? That's all right, I need back surgery. I'll just wrench it out of there. Ah. Well, that part was easy. I have a feeling the rest of it isn't going to go quite as smoothly. All right, well, here's how she looks. Got our, was it Harvest Gold? Is that what? No, I don't remember this yellow color. Yeah, yellow color that the car was. And it had like green on the inside. So yeah, they got a little this sealant in it. I think this maybe window has probably been replaced at some point, which I'm sure is fairly common. I think they just used this strip caulk from what my research tells me when the factories did it. And that's, I was gonna actually use the tube of glazing, bedding and glazing stuff or whatever it's called, but I couldn't get that locally, or I didn't order it on time, and so I did get the strips of the, what's it called? Strip caulk. So I'm gonna get all this cleaned up off of here, and then I guess the strip caulk you just press back in here. It's like doing the same thing, only you just press it in. So I'll get all this cleaned up. Means I got this out of here, I may clean this line of paint off, do a little more bare metalification, and then I'd have to maybe just touch up some shark hide on there. So I'll do that, and then this is kind of interesting. I did find a bottle rocket in here. Wonder if it's still good. Caution. It was down in the, it was actually right in the, that's the defrost vent, I think. So anyways, that's cool. I'll try to light it maybe. So I'm gonna get some tools, I don't know, best way. Somehow I gotta get this cleaned out of here. You guys don't need to watch that. That's boring stuff. Actually, I'll show you real quick. Seems like the perfect tool for the job is my grandmother's frosting spreader from the 70s. This thing comes in so handy. Go to your grandma's house and get yourself one of these. And look, it just whoop, peels it right off of there. Nice and flexible. Maybe you don't even need one from the 70s. Maybe they got modern ones that will do the same thing, but I like the vintage handle on this one, so get you one. I don't have a link for that, sorry. Operation Scrape Off the Goo is pretty much complete, and Grandma's cake frosting decorator tool thing, perfect. Get you one. I did find, what are these called? A punk, right? Punk. So we got a firecracker and a punk that were in the heater, the defroster channel. Maybe I should call this thing firecracker. Anywho, so India Harvest Gold and India Ivory, I think is what the car was, two-toned. And then some green on the inside. I'm gonna get, so there was a little bit of a messy job. I had a little box and I was trying to catch some of it. This is all kind of sticky, like that never hardening sealant stuff. So before I do anything else, I'm gonna grab the vacuum and try to get all this stuff cleaned up, and then I will get like some brake clean or something on a rag and just try to get the last little bits of residue off of there. And then we'll go on to, I think we'll be ready to try to put the seal on the new glass. All right, we're back with everything. Ooh, I'm all gloved up. We got all the goop cleaned off. We got what I think you're gonna see, sanded down to bare metal up there. A little goop took off down here. I can't remember if I could see that or not. But anyways, what I'm gonna do now before we proceed is I sanded that top edge all along here to get, there was paint on this peak right here. So I got that off there. So I'm gonna take a little shark hide on a rag. A baby diaper is what they recommend if you watched my shark hide video. Now I've never reapplied any of this stuff, so I don't know if it's gonna leave a funky streak or it's gonna be obvious that I patched it up, but obviously I don't want that spot that I sanded off to rust. So I'm gonna put some on there, and then when I was cleaning and painting the door jambs, my wire wheel got away from me and I kind of went down. You can kind of see the difference in the door right there. So I think I wire wheeled it off. So I'm just gonna put a little shunk right there. And everywhere else, that shark hide stuff the car's only been wet like once. I think it's holding up good, but it hasn't really been tested. I'm assuming we're gonna run into some weather on Rocky Mountain Race Week, so we wanted to be protected. Alright, I'm not gonna do it over the car so I don't spill it on everywhere else, but I'm just gonna put a little on this rag and on the floor. Make sure you get some on the floor. Rag is saturated. I'm just gonna wipey on that spot I sanded, and hopefully not everywhere else. You're supposed to do 2 coats of this stuff, but I think I'll just do this once, and I can tell it's getting a nice wet coat on there. So hopefully you're not gonna see it, but if you are, you are. See it right now as it's shiny. Oh, I don't know, I guess I sanded a little bit down here too. So let's just touch that edge. Same thing over here. I took this little cowl vent panel or whatever. Somebody was trying to tell me that was called something else. Ventilator grill? I don't know. Whoever was telling me that, you could tell me again, because I already forgot. But I took that out of there. I don't know that you need to, but it seems like it's going to make it easier with the rubber. And there was just a little bit of goop into there that I wanted to get cleaned off. So, all right, now I think maybe I'll try to open the door for this one. Maybe not. Yeah, I got room to get in there. That way I don't get it on the fender too. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Metal protected. All right, Ren, I got some 550 cord. I heard that's a good rope to use. And you know, I'm a former armor guy, so I probably had some of that laying around, but I like 550 cord, so I grabbed some of that. And then I just took the trim off of the old window gasket so I could kind of see how it all went together. And they must have, obviously they had some of that caulking or sealant stuff in here too. So I'm going to clean all these out, and then I'll finally drag the new window out of the box over there. See if I can figure out how to start putting it all back together. It's time to unwrap our beautiful new glass. Hopefully it's beautiful and not cracked or something. We gotta go round and round. All right, so I of course got the green glass. It looks like it's got a little dark row at the top. Comes pretty well packaged. I guess they've been doing it for a while. Auto City Classics. So far I'm pretty happy with the stuff, and from what I read, it should be good fitting glass. So hopefully that will help me out, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I guess if the glass doesn't fit very good, it'll be a little harder. Hopefully I can avoid breaking it, messing with it. Those gotta put stickers on stuff that you can't get off though. What's that all about? All right, so I'll get the sticker off of here, and then if you guys are even looking at me, I can't tell. I gotta go get my gasket or rubber that's out there cooking in the sun and figure out how to get that on. Starting to put the rubber gasket on the windshield, and I gotta be honest with you, it took me quite a while to figure out which one of these little slots to put the glass in. I mean, obviously I looked at my old windshield, but it's cut apart, and I don't know, I just had a hard time wrapping my brain around it. And to be honest with you, I'm still not sure I'm doing it right, but I think I am. So I found, see, the slot with that's kind of squared off. I mean, that makes sense. That's the one the window would go in, right? So I got it started like that, and then I'm not to chip my corner over there. And then obviously this textured part, that's where the sealer is going to be and where it goes against the body of the car or whatnot. And then this extra slot right here is where the trim is going to slide in. Now in my research, I know it said that some of these gaskets only have this slot on the top and down the sides, and so you have to put it on the right way. Mine, which what I was reading, the article I read said try to avoid the ones where the slot goes all the way around. But the one I have, the slot goes all the way around. So, you know, avoiding it now, that's what I got. So I'm gonna finish putting this on here. And then I bought the strip caulk stuff, and again, different information. One information I have says, one article I read said, make sure it's kind of warm so it's easier to work with. And then the other thing said, make sure it's cool, put it in the fridge or the freezer for a little bit, because if it's too warm, it's really sticky. And it was so sticky, I couldn't even get it apart and stuff. So I went and threw it in the freezer for a second. We'll see how that goes. So get this on, figure out what to do with that strip caulk. I think we just put it around the channel. We'll figure that out, and I'll show you what I do. And then it's gonna be time to, well, then I gotta put the rope in. So we'll go over that too. All right, time to figure out this stuff. So this trim has got to go in or on before the window goes in. And like I said, I had to clean this off because it looked like it had some sort of goop or something on there. The couple videos I watched, nobody put anything on it. They said a little WD-40 to help slide it in if you need to. I don't have any of that on hand, so I got some glass cleaner if I need it. It pops right in there. Not exactly where it goes. Any chance? It doesn't seem like it's exactly right. There's no chance this one is. No, it can't be that side. It's got to be the right side. We'll make it a little slipperier. Things that make you go different right here for some reason. Okay, on this side, this is a little different right here where this piece isn't really going up against the back of it like it should everywhere, like it does everywhere else. Let's try this side and we'll see if we got them. Maybe it's not centered right or something. Well, shucks. This doesn't seem to be going swimmingly. Who would have guessed? Obviously one of these has to come over, or both of them have to come over a little bit. Never as easy as it looks. Whew, all right, just needed a little bit of, muscle and a little effort, and I'm starting to sweat a little bit. So anyways, I think I got it. These little corners end right at about the same place on both sides. So I think it's mostly centered. This looks like it's together all the way. And on the back side, it's pretty good. Just got this one spot here that won't kind of like fold up, but I don't know if that's just gets pushed in place when it's, there or what. I've messed with it a little bit and I can't get that to not do that. All right, we'll see what's next. I'll mess with that a little more. All right, I fixed it. All right, so I'm gonna install the rope in the glass, and apparently you want the ends of the rope on the bottom of the glass when you're done. We're gonna start up here on the top. Got the center of my 550 cord. I cut it to 20 feet, I think is what I read how much you need. And we'll start forcing her in. I don't know if there's an easier way or you can use some sort of tool, but this is what I got. Fingers and thumbs. All right, now we're using 3M strip caulk. And I put it in the freezer for just I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. It made it a little more easy to handle. Pretty sticky stuff. In the video I saw, they just went around the whole windshield, putting it right at the base of this pinch weld in the little channel right here. So right there, if you can't see. Overlap a little bit, just a good layer of that all the way around. All right, well, I guess that's that as far as I know on the, what do I call it? Caulk strips. But I think that's all you do is just get a good bead or seam of it all the way around, and we're ready to figure out the glass now. Skipping ahead a little bit, the glass is no longer there, and the glass is now there. Holy cow. My wife was out here helping me, so like I said, I didn't film any of it, but it was, I mean, we got it done, and I couldn't have done it without her help, that's for sure. There's a lot of pounding on the glass and not really a lot of cussing or anything, but just a lot of wondering if it's ever gonna go into place. You can watch other videos of people putting them in, and sometimes they make it look really easy, and it gave me the confidence to try to do it, but it wasn't. It was far from really easy. I mean, I'm sweating. My shoulder hurts from so much doing this. I just washed the window and I got handprints on it. Anyways, I think I got her in there pretty good. I mean, little trim clips, the little holes line up. She looks nice, huh? Unfortunately, I gotta do the back one still, and not looking forward to it, but at least I have a little confidence so I can do it now. So I am going to dug up some of my trim while I was waiting for my wife to come help me. Look at this, huh? Beltline trim, fancy. I have stuff for the other side. It's missing a few clips. I found the rest of my windshield trim. Still gotta clean it. It was up in the rafters. The inside stuff already got cleaned up. The inside around the window, that's for the outside. Unfortunately for the outside, I can't find the little clip that goes in the middle, just like the top. There's a little, you know, that guy. There's one of those, and I can't find it or any of the clips that hold that bottom molding on. I'm not even sure. That stuff has been off forever, I think. So maybe I never even had it. I don't know. I looked through all my little spots that I store stuff and dug through my crates that have spare 55 and 57 parts in it. Nowhere to be found. So anyways, maybe I'll have to get some of that. I did find, let's see, this is the back glass trim, back glass inside molding. So I'm gonna put some of that stuff in, and then I'm gonna cut the back glass out, and we're gonna try to get that one done today too. Then we can move on to the trailer and just final prep for race week, and we'll be ready to roll. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys any of that or not. I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, I just don't, you know what I mean. See you later.
How the hell you doing? I've been just fine, living life with the noose and in my mind, all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel like everyone's a stranger. Small talk with your narcissistic neighbor. She's real hot, but they said to never date her. Ha, I agree, but you did and I hate her. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Whew, man, it is getting pretty fancy in here. Look at all this shiny stuff around my nice new shiny windshield. Man, I mean, it is, well, I mean, it's pretty fancy here than you know, all the, we have donuts, all the garbage and tools and rags and spare clothes, I guess. I'll get that stuff clipped. Still got the windshield rope hanging off the steering column. All right, enough screwing around the trim, I guess. Time to cut out the back window. I'm not looking forward to doing another window, but she's got to get done, I guess, right? So off we go.
I'm aware of the danger. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter. I got no.
Man, the rubber gasket on the back, I think I said something about it earlier, is like hard as a rock. I can hardly even cut it with a brand new razor blade. I went and got a new blade because I thought, oh, this thing's dull, but I was coming up with a different plan. Not only am I gonna be able to cut around the inside of that thing. I don't know if I cut it from the outside, if that does anything. It's hard up here too, but maybe I can have more room to do something. Prying type tools. Oh, there we go. Well, I got a good foot of it easily. I'd rather not break the glass. I mean, I'm never gonna use it again, but like, I don't know if my dad's back glass is worse and he needs it, or so it's better than no glass at all. That's about it if somebody were to need it. Said, I'm not gonna spend my whole life trying to cut this if I can just do something better. About right there, I guess. Whew, this is a workout. I don't know if I cut it underneath, it's good enough. We're gaining on her. Try to reach through my side glass and push on that. But the side glass is up. It's so nice and clean, I didn't even know. Oh man, that was not fun. I'm making a ginormous mess again. I don't think this gasket was in too good a shape. Probably should have learned from doing the front and put some plastic or something in there to catch all that garbage. That's why I got a shop vac, I guess. All right, it looks like I gotta get Grandma's cake decorating tool out again and scrape all this stuff off and make a huge mess and then clean it up and then start the whole rope, what's it called? Strip caulk. Probably have to do some sanding and paint the bare metal or protect the bare metal with the shark hide on the edge of the glass again. So we'll be back later. All right, it's getting late. Took a little break, went to dinner with the wife, and yeah, I'm probably not gonna get, or I know I'm not gonna get to my goal of getting both of these pieces of glasses and getting both of these pieces of glass installed tonight, but whatever. I probably still could, but my helper, her hands are a little sore. My wife, her hands are sore from pounding the first window in, helping me get that seated. So we decided it's getting late and we're gonna do it tomorrow, where either she can help me again or maybe my son will be around. But I did get this all cleaned up. I'm gonna try to get everything ready still tonight. So I'm gonna get the glass out. I'm gonna put the gasket on it. I'm going to maybe put the strip caulk in. I'm also going to, I sanded these edges just like on the front, so I have to put a little shark hide on here to protect the metal. And then I'm going to paint the back of the roll bar. I couldn't reach that. The paint gun wouldn't get back there with the window in there. And I kind of liked it because it's kind of like the fade from bare metal to paint, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint it, being I got the glass out of there. So I got to do a little bit of masking, paint this, shark hide this and around the edge, and try to get the gasket on. Also, I kind of screwed myself because I've had this glass for like a month, and I should have done a little research, figured out what a guy needs, but I didn't. And then so last night I'm scrambling trying to find the little strip caulk sealer, and now this back glass has these little clips on it, and the clips don't hold the glass in, but they hold the trim on. If you buy a set of these, there's 22 of them. I think originally they had 20, if my research is telling me right. Mine only has 12 that were there, and I can reuse them. I think they're all in decent shape, but there's supposed to be a bunch more of them, and that's why this trim, when I had it on, it was loose. It was popped out because they didn't have any trim clips at all on this. I think there's supposed to be one there where this little cutout is, one there, and then a lot of people put an extra one right here in this corner, I guess. But there was none. Like, I think the first one was like right over here somewhere and right down here somewhere. There was no trim clips. And I have to get this window installed. There's no place I can get them locally. There's even, you can kind of use a more modern kind, like from the 60s cars, and like screw or rivet them to this part. But it looks like, doing my research, nobody even has those in stock. So I have to get this window installed so I can go dragon driving next week. So I guess I'm just gonna put it in with my 12 that I have. Maybe I'll try to spread them out a little better and put some on each end a little bit. So these, I think this side was down, but the same thing. There was no clips over here. Anyways, I got to install it just how it is. Worst comes to worst, if you know, the trim doesn't fit right and it bothers me, I'll have to cut the gasket and, you know, redo the windshield some other day. But I got to do it this weekend. I got to do it. I got to do it today, but I'm not doing it until tomorrow now. Too much other stuff to do. So I'll come back one more time maybe, or 12 times, or not at all. Who knows? And let you guys know how I fare for the rest of the night. Couple quick things. I got the back of the roll bar painted black, and then, as you can probably tell from looking at my FSM shirt, Moose showed up. Moose, you need brushed out. You are getting hair on everything. Look at that. Come in here, you're not even helping. You just jump up on my lap when I'm doing my research, trying to figure out how to install these windows, and now I'm all full of cat hair. What do you think about that? You don't seem too concerned. All right, now we'll rope it. And then, I think I left my rope in here, didn't I? Yep, still hanging on my steering column. Oh, hung up on something. I got a big one. I got a big one. Oh, he got away. All right, I'm gonna throw this rope in here. And then we'll wait a few more minutes. I gotta unmask this and then shark hide my freshly sanded metal. Next day, back glass installed. I skipped ahead. I didn't film anything. My wife and son were both out here helping me this morning. And mostly it was my son today. My wife did such a good job helping me yesterday, and she beat on that front glass so much that her hands were sore today, and I believe it because mine are too. There's a lot of hitting with the open palm involved, at least there was in our method. But anyways, the back glass was a bit of a bugger as well, getting it situated in the channel right, and then so we fought and struggled, and yeah, it was fun. And then I'm right, I do need more of those clips. You can see, like, I can't get this trim to push in right there. If I had more clips, it would be fine, but it is what it is. That's kind of how it was before, and that is why I know now, because there's not enough clips. I did put a clip in that corner, but it doesn't seem to be holding it very good. Anywho, it's on there, the trim's on there, and glass project is done. I'm heading right now to go get my trailer. I was going to take the car, but rain is imminent, I think, and not that I'm gonna be driving in the rain soon, but I still got my don't drive it in the rain tires on. So going to get my trailer, and then I'm coming to get my don't drive it in the rain tires off the Chevelle that's in there. So I got to move a bunch of crap in the garage, which is going to stink if it's raining, because I got to pull it out and then steal tires off it to put on this for the street driving part, and these will be the race driving part tires. So that's my plan. Wish me luck.